Beautiful morning. Beautiful day. I just woke up a little bit ago and was like, you know what? Let's go outside. Let's have a cigarette and a coffee. Not windy. Can you believe that? So, got my coffee here. Got my Camel Red. Am I gonna get the Camel Reds next time? Will I ever get them again in my life? Maybe. But am I gonna buy them again instantly again? Like after this? No. I'm either gonna try next. I'm either gonna do just Marlboro Golds. Still haven't done those. Or you know what I was thinking? Newports. Newports. For some reason, I'm like, I like the. I want to try Newports. Menthol, you know. When I first started smoking cigs, um, I was like, I don't want to do menthol. But now I'm like, let's try menthol. See how that changes? See how everything changes, you know? That's the thing about cigarettes. I never want to be like, this is the one. This is my favorite cigarette, you know? Because it's like, maybe it is that day. But then maybe another day comes along and you're feeling something different. Variety's the spice of life. Mm-mm-mm. So here it is, Saturday, last day of February, it's 28th, 2026. Last day of February, guys. 2026 will never exist again in the history books. So I would say for about like a month now, I've been waking up every day being like, are we in World War III yet? We attack Iran yet? And today we did. I looked in the news today, or on my little, whatever, like on YouTube, under the news category, it shows little clips, And it's like Iran or Israel and U.S. attack Iran today. So kickoff happened. Kickoff to this game. Isn't that crazy? Here we are as a society, and we're just like, yeah, bring it on. Let's just do it. World War III, fuck it. I remember growing up, it was always like, we need to prevent war at all cost. Now it's like, let's just do this shit, man. Let's get this shit. Let's just end it all. Let's end all this shit, all right? Let's end money. Let's end the social systems. Let's just end it all. Not the most positive thing. I'm just kind of kidding. I'm just joking. But yeah, what else is there to talk about in life? God, it is such a fucking beautiful day here. I'll give the Pacific Northwest that. When it is beautiful here, when it's sunny, it is beautiful. I know what we can talk about. Since this is cigarette YouTube, we can talk about cigarette prices. So I don't really. I'm trying to remember when I was buying cigarettes in Michigan a year ago, which wasn't often. It's very rarely. I'd buy like a pack once every 3 weeks, and I would basically just smoke a cigarette like once or twice a day, if that. It would be in my car. And I remember the reason why I started doing it was because I was smoking joints in my car because it's the only place I could smoke. In my apartment, you couldn't, and even on the campus of the apartment, they were strict. It's like you had to go in your car, and you're in Michigan, So it's like I didn't like my car smelling like weed in case whatever I got pulled over for any reason. I didn't want the cops to be like, "Why it smell like weed?" So I'd always keep a pack of cigarettes in my car for after I smoked weed. I would light up cigarettes so I can have that smell take away the weed smell. Also, this time I was smoking cigars, like at least one a day. So I guess you could say my nicotine, tobacco, um, taste buds were, you know, I was looking tobacco. I like tobacco, from the cigars. So I remember, I'd be smoking cigarettes and I'd be like smoking a cigar, a joint, whatever, and then I'd smoke a cigarette. And I remember it was American Spirit Yellows, by the way. And then I remember starting to actually like the cigarette and being like, what, cigarette's actually pretty good. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, what were the prices? I want to talk about prices of cigarettes. That's what I'm trying to talk about. In Michigan, I believe an American Spirit pack of yellows was like, after taxes and everything, was like $10. And I remember thinking, oh, that's that's not too bad. But then I ended up going to California and living there for a little bit. And I'd buy some cigarettes sometimes, not that often, more towards the end of my stay there, because my neighbors like to smoke and they were always giving me cigarettes. So I'd hang out with them every single day, and they would like we'd drink Modelo's, make tacos, and then there'd always be cigarettes there, and they're always just like giving me cigarettes. And when you're drinking Modelo's and stuff, and you're hanging out with friends and eating food, and Southern California, it's like sunny every day. It's it was enjoyable. And I want to say, how much was a pack? You know what? I want to say the pack of my cigarettes was like $12 or something. This is in Southern California. Now I'm living east side of Seattle, very expensive area. It's like I basically live in like the most expensive area in Washington State, and like Seattle's kind of or yeah, it's like a very expensive place. So much so that's actually more expensive than Southern California here, where I'm at. Isn't that crazy? You always hear like, "Oh, California's so expensive," and it is. It is. But damn, the stuff here is the stuff at the grocery store is actually more expensive here. So a pack of cigarettes here, American Spirits, basically anything, after taxes is like $16. $16 for a pack of cigarettes here. And that's a lot. That's a lot, I feel like. Even for someone like me who's, I'd probably go through a pack now lately. Probably lasts me like 4 to 5 days. 3 to 5, we'll call it 3 to 5 days. No, more than three. A pack will last me more than 3 days. We'll say we'll say like 4 to 5. This one's done. So I guess it's the end of the YouTube. I don't want to do longer than a SIG usually. Sometimes I do, but I mean, no one wants to watch one of my videos longer than like 10 minutes, right? So, good smoke. Um, yeah, that's all I got to say, really. Great morning, guys. It's going to be a great day. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.